Since July, we have seen many stories of Vermonters impacted by flooding. But not only were thousands of people affected, many of their pets were dealt the same fate. ABC 22's Matt Holderman shares the story of a Barre woman and her 6 pets who are still on the hunt for their next home.
That is Liliana.
Meet Karen LeClaire and her trusty palm cheese sidekick, Liliana.
She's 8, kind of a nervous little thing too.
The two of them, along with Karen's son and Liliana's 5 furry siblings, used to live in a single-family home in Barre. But just like many other Vermonters, they had their lives turned upside down the week of July 10th.
I think about 10 o'clock that night, I opened up the door and it was like, oh my God, the water was 4 steps from the top.
As floodwaters came rushing through town, the basement of their house suffered major damage, leaving the entire home uninhabitable. With the clock ticking on evacuation and no immediate shelter available, Karen threw as much into a U-Haul as she possibly could and set up tents behind her workplace. The sudden change and summer heat took a toll on her pets.
We made it about 2 days. And one of the dogs started getting sick because when the rain stopped, the sun came out. And the cats were ripping the tent open. They were not happy being locked in a warm tent.
Fortunately, disaster response workers were able to set up shelters quickly after, including one at the Barre City Auditorium. But on top of that, right across from the auditorium at the Boar Ice Arena, animal rescue teams created a disaster shelter for pets, taking in all 4 of Karen's cats and her 2 dogs.
We officially were activated to start work on the 24th.
The shelter was started by the Central Vermont Disaster Animal Response Team, or CV-DART, which then received extra help from the International Fund for Animal Welfare, or IFAW, one of the largest animal welfare charities in the world. At its peak, the temporary shelter cared for more than 60 pets at once, with owners popping in when they could to see their pets and help take care of them.
We would feed the animals and walk the animals and note how the animals were doing. We'd clean cages.
The temporary shelter closed on August 4th when many of the pets' owners were offered free hotel vouchers, including Karen. Unfortunately for her, 6 pets were too many to keep in one hotel room, and she had to send 2 of her cats to a foster family in Newport for the time being.
We knew they were not going to be able to deal well with the hotel situation. They were already struggling.
Now Karen is searching for a new place to live, but faces roadblocks like affordability, availability, and finding a place that will rent to someone with 4 to 6 pets. But regardless of where that new home is and when they find it, she says her furry friends will help her get through the struggle.
2 days ago, I actually dreamed that we were at home. And it was the first time oh God. That was hard. That was like the first time my brain kind of went back to missing having somewhere to go home to. I don't think we would have been able to take it if we'd not been able to keep them with us. I really don't. They're part of our family.
In Barre, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.